Everything about this console I enjoy. There are better consoles out there. This one, for the price, fits the bill. How did I find the one thing that cripples this console? We're going to talk about that today. Roll the intro clip. Let's get started. All right, so I got a YouTube channel that's actively growing. We're talking about a lot of things sound related, and most of them relate to the Behringer X32 or the Midas M32 console. Now, this platform has been great. I've been using this platform for over 10 years, and I love it. The routing is a little bit of this dark art that you got to figure out, and that's why I like to answer your questions and comments in the comments section. I like to help out the people because I've kind of figured it out, which is nice, until they change it every so often. They're just adding features, which is nice. However, today I want to talk about reality. Reality is this: I mix in my church once a month, maybe twice a month, and I've got a team of 4 or 5 technicians, including myself, and so we rotate just typically once a week that we mix. I've been mixing for a long time. Now also, we do production stuff. We get in, for my church, I'm a setup and tear down church, so we use a historic movie theater. If you haven't seen my video on kind of how we transform this movie theater into a church, you can check the little card up here. I'll also link the video down in the description if you find that stuff interesting. The movie theater is amazing. It was built in 1928, I believe, and it is historic property here in Richmond, Virginia. It's a fascinating building. The electrical systems are subpar at best, but we make do every week and we try and use it to the best of our abilities. So what are we talking about today? We're talking about how to not wreck your production on a Sunday morning or on a Tuesday or Wednesday night or whatever event you're running, how to not find the one fatal flaw that I learned the hard way on Sunday morning in the middle of production. So all the things we work on typically are about how to set up your live stream, how to build your live stream, how to EQ, how to compress, what effects might be best to use. Recently, I just did a full series on my personal scene. I have a lot of people that ask me if I can just send them my scene. And so instead, I just made videos about every little aspect of my scene. Now, also that was for training purposes for my team here at my local church, but I wanted to make it available to you guys as well. So when you go through that, we're looking at all of the different settings that I've got and routing that I do. We found all the quirky things that work for my church and our venue and with my band and all of the ways that we can use this console. Your church is probably different. The way you're using this console, I get questions from people that are in, small churches, big churches. I get people that are in studio work. I get people that are just drummers that are using this thing to get the best quality sound out of their drums, using all of the effects, all the things on board to make their drums sound super big for a recording or for a live event. Whatever they're doing with it, everybody comes up with their own use case. Now, a big thing that I talk about here is how to practice, because most sound technicians, if you're honest with it, a lot of people just show up on a midweek rehearsal and they turn things on and they might try and change faders or, adjust for a different bass player, whatever the case is. But how do you actually practice? I'm a big proponent of multi-track recording. So I want you to have a laptop with a DAW and record right off of the console, right off that XUSB card, right into your DAW. And what that gives you the ability to do is not just push it back through your console when people leave, but it also gives you the ability to take that laptop home, plug in some headphones or studio cans or whatever you're going to work with and work on EQing and compressing at home. Build a mix in the DAW and then see how that relates to what you're going to do at the actual console. Why am I telling you all of this stuff? You just want to know what the one thing is that I found out about this console. This is the setup. You gotta understand the backstory. So when I'm mixing, I'm multi-track recording, okay? I'm running a 2015 MacBook Pro. I'm running Persona Studio One software. I'm on the Pro version. And I'm running the version 4.02 firmware on the Behringer. So I say all these things because maybe they've fixed this in the 4.06 update. I don't know, I haven't gotten there yet to test it all out. But here's the scenario. In fact, let me show you what happened.
Fears were drowned in perfect love. You rescued me so I could stand and see. Child of God.
Heavenly Father, we appreciate the opportunity to come before you. Yes, for the gift of the Holy Spirit.
One eternity later.
Because we can't talk about all of it on Sunday mornings. Also, coming up, we have Summer of Fun. Hey, I'm back. Woo! All right, so Summer of Fun is an amazing opportunity.
Okay, so that was it. That was my flaw right there. Do you know what happened? Yeah, it took me a minute to figure it out myself. In fact, in the stands, in the seats behind the console, I looked at the console and said, I don't know why it's not working. I was so flustered. I was beyond myself. But I learned a valuable lesson. So here's what happened. The band is playing, and usually I'm only using the band portion for my multi-tracks. I get to the end of the band portion, and we transition to a speaker. So I hit the stop button on my DAW. That was not it. Then I decided, you know what? I'm done with the DAW. I closed the DAW, and immediately that flipped the console inputs from stage inputs to card inputs. I don't know why. I don't know if it happens all the time. I have not been able to replicate it at my home on my personal console, but that's what I did. I stopped recording, and then I closed the DAW, and something happened from the computer into the console, which flipped my inputs from my stage inputs into my USB inputs. Well, I had no USB. I got nothing coming across USB. I just closed my DAW. And so all of my stage inputs from my microphone, the wireless that she tried, and then she walked over to the worship leader's mic and tried that. And eventually I figured out that I had no input coming into my board. I looked at it, I flipped from play to record real quick, and that sparked it back up. So don't be like me, learn from my mistakes, fix this on your own console, or it's not even something to fix, it's just don't change anything in the middle of production. Oh my gosh. I mean, of course, right? We know this, like you're in the middle of a live event, don't change anything until the event's done. But that was the one thing that I found on this console that has broken my production event. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope you're going to learn from my mistake. And if you have found this video helpful, hit the like button down below. Also, if you've got other people running this console, the M32, the X32, whatever version of it, go ahead and share this video with them. It's going to be helpful. It's something that they want to know. Hopefully they don't change anything in production anyway, but don't be like me, the professional that still messes up. All right, well, that's it for this video, and we will catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.